verse 4 through 6, he speaks of the nature of God himself. I'm going to dial out a few applications here, or theological implications. He's speaking of the nature of God himself, and on the basis of his finished work in the gospel, that there is a deeper unity than any of us can actually be responsible for. And so in verse 4 through 6, he speaks of the fact, look for the Trinitarian language. Do you remember back in chapter 1 when we preached all about and read all about the Trinitarian work of God in our salvation, that Father, Son, Holy Spirit, that the Father, the Lord, and that the Spirit are engaged in our salvation together? Well, see if you can see the language here again. There is one body and one Spirit. Just as you are called to one hope that belongs to your call, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all, through all, and in all. And of course, the all there being the children, the Christians. Not everybody in every single thing as yet. And so we have Paul speaking here of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, which, as we remind ourselves, I know we're going back to the dense stuff, but the ontological Trinity and the economical Trinity. Got your attention again? Ontological Trinity is that the very being, the ontology, the nature of God is that he is one in substance and essence. Yahweh is one God, one substance, one essence, one nature, and yet subsistence, his underlying reality of persons is three: Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. One God, eternally existent in three equal persons in the Trinity. This is why John can write and say, God is love. Not merely is love something God chooses to do, it's something that he has been existing in and defining for all of eternity. The community of love that God is not something that comes after creation once he makes man and woman to love. Rather, the community of love that the Trinity exists in is that eternal community that has always existed. Don't you realize when Paul starts speaking of our unity, despite our diversity or distinctions, the thing that he is really drawing on ultimately is the very nature of God himself. That there is the most ancient, the most eternal community of perfect love and unity that has ever existed. He starts there. But he does go a bit deeper in the sense that he starts speaking about the work, the economical Trinity, the things that God has done in his triune being, the things that he has done in history to bring about our salvation as a finished work.